Assalamualaikum, how are you? I hope you are doing amazing because today we will get to know this remarkable leader who is currently a president of Indonesia. In this presentation, we will take a look on his early life, how did he become a leader, his strengths and weaknesses, his milestones and achievements, his contributions, and most importantly, what can we learn from him. First of all, his early life. Who is he before he became a president? Firstly, the leader we are currently discussing named Joko Widodo, or famously known as Jokowi. He born on June 21st in 1961. He was born and raised in Surakarta, Central Java, a city on Java Island. Even though it is considered a city, Jokowi previously lived in illegally built shacks near Sodo River. He is the son of Noto Miharjo and Sujatmi Noto Miharjo, whom worked as wood seller on the street. He has 3 younger sisters. He gained his education at State Primary School 111 Tirtoyoso, which is a school meant for poor children. He then continued his study at Gajah Mada University in Jakarta and obtained a degree in forestry engineering. Before he became a president, he worked as a businessman, politician, and governance of Jakarta, which then led his way to the presidential seat. So, after knowing his early life, we know that he didn't born with a silver spoon, meaning that he get the presidential seat by earning it.
His political career began when he became the mayor of Surakarta in 2005. His name became known after he was considered successful in changing the face of the city of Surakarta into a kota pariwisata, kota budaya, and kota batik. On September 20, 2012, Jokowi won the 2012 Jakarta election, which is 2012 general election for governor and deputy governor of DKI Jakarta. His victory is considered to reflect popular support for a young and clean leader, even though he is over 50 years old. Since being elected governor, his popularity has continued to soar and become the focus of media attention. As a result, there is a discourse to make him a presidential candidate for the 2014 Indonesian presidential general election. In addition, survey results show that Jokowi's name continues to excel initially. PDIP or Parti Demokrasi Indonesia Perjuangan General Chairman Megawati Soekarno Putri stated that she would not announce the presidential candidate from PDI Perjuangan until after the April 9, 2014 legislative general election. However, on March 14, 2014, Jokowi received a mandate from Megawati, the 5th president, to run for president 3 weeks before the legislative general election and 2 days before the campaign. After his victory on July 22, 2014, Jokowi was the first Indonesian president not to come from the military or political elite, and according to political commentator Salim Said, the people viewed Jokowi as someone who is our neighbor, who decided to plunge into politics and run for president.
So I'm going to continue with the strengths and weaknesses of Joko Widodo. First of all, Joko Widodo is very ambitious. Based on our finding, his ambition was for Indonesia to become a developed nation by 2045 and one of the world's 5 biggest economies. For the second one, he is very good at charming foreign investors. This is because he always brings his warm and friendly personal touch that attracts everyone. His personality made many people inspired and eager to invest more. Next, focus on building much needed infrastructure. For your information, Joko Widodo really loves infrastructure. So it is hard to imagine any other leader of a major country taking such delight in minutiae of construction projects. For the 5th one, is graduating with a forestry degree. After he graduates, Jokowi shift off his heavy metal hairdo and enter the wood business. eventually building a thriving export factory in his home city of Surakarta, also known as Solo. For his weaknesses, he does not like analysis. This is because he likes actions and decision. So there was no proper analysis of which infrastructure projects would boost growth and productivity the most. Instead, he just pushed projects depending on where he was visiting. Moreover, he also lacked a focus on implementation. Last but not least, after 3 months since Mayor of Surakarta took over the top executive job in the capital city, he still acts as if he is a confused migrant from a small village.
Okay, now I will proceed the explanation for the milestones and achievements of Joko Widodo as a leader. In his life, there are many milestones and achievements that has been achieved. Firstly, I will divide the milestones and achievements that are in education, business career and political career. Okay, for the education, he graduated from the Forestry Faculty at Gajah Mada University, Jakarta in 1985 with his work that included studies and research on the use of plywood with excellence. Why I say this is as his milestone? It is because when he later wanted to attend State Senior High School 1 Surakarta, he failed in the entrance exam and instead enrolled in State Senior High School 6 Surakarta. So from this, we can see he has achieved his success in education. Okay, now we go to the second milestone, which is in his business career. In 2002, Jokowi had become the chairman of Surakarta's Furniture Manufacturers Association. If you want to know, before he achieved this position, he had nearly went bankrupt but survived from perusahaan gas negara that lent him to the loan. So by 1991, the company began exporting its products and they were successful in international markets. Because of that, Jokowi gained achievements in business career. Furthermore, for the third milestones were in political career. In this point, there were many milestones that had achieved by Jokowi, which is in 2005 and 2010, he had won the election of the mayor position. How he got this victory? It was because of his good personality and attitude towards society as well as being free from problems in politics. In 2012, he won election for the position of Jakarta's governor. This proved that he was a very efficient leader who empathized with the poor. In 2014, he becoming the 7th President of Indonesia. He is focusing on curbing the corruption in Indonesian administration. Okay, that's all for the milestone. Okay, we will proceed to the achievement that achieved by him. Okay, for the achievement, in 2008, he listed by Tempo as one of the top 10 Indonesian mayors of 2008. And 2013, he listed as one of the leading global thinkers of 2013 in Foreign Policy magazine. In 2014, he listed by Fortune as one of the world's 50 greatest leaders. And the last one, 2016 to 2017, listed by the Muslim 500 as one of the most influential Muslim in the world. Okay, so what he do to gain this achievement? Actually, he do is regularly visited the poor areas and talk to the people about the problems they face regarding food prices, access to medical facilities, housing facilities, and infrastructure amenities. He wore simple clothes and followed a simple lifestyle which helped him be connected with the common man. For the second, he initiating many progressive reforms in this city. This show that he's smart in making development and fix any existing shortcomings. For the third, he is focusing on curbing the corruption in Indonesian administration and is taking steps to attract more foreign direct investment to the country.
He has also implemented land reforms, improved public service, and initiated healthcare and educational problems. And the last one, he showed a good personality as a Muslim for influencing others to apply the goods and deeds in their life.
So we know that Joko Widodo was a successful businessman before entering politics. As the elected president of Indonesia, he has contributed a lot of things in the country. I will highlight three major contributions of Jokowi to the society. Firstly is tackling illegal fishing. One of Jokowi's contribution to society is tackling the illegal fishing in Indonesia. Under Jokowi, Minister for Marine Affairs and Fisheries, Susi Pudijastuti, has taken several steps to stem illegal fishing by foreign vessels in Indonesian waters. It is an important issue in the country as majority of the citizens depend on fishing and the ocean for their livelihoods. Data, technology, and innovation were used to succeed this effort. In research from COCA in 2019, a report released in Nature, Ecology and Evolution summarized the impact of this tackling illegal fishing. Between the year 2014 and 2017, the foreign vessels fishing in Indonesia's waters dropped from more than 80% and Indonesian fishermen are getting more catch and greater income. So Indonesian waters are more safe from not having intrusions from other foreign vessels. So the effort has received praise from numerous global development organizations such as the Environmental Defense Fund. So the second contribution to the society is the land reform. Jokowi has greatly expanded the issuance of land certificates, giving legal tenure to landholders across the country as millions of Indonesians lack title to land, leaving them vulnerable to land grabs and unable to use land as collateral for loans and other financial tools. By the end of 2018, around 9 million certificates had been issued as a part of social forestry programs aimed at empowering communities to manage land collectively. There's also been progress on giving land to communities under social forestry programs. Indonesia has hit 4.5 million hectares cumulatively already this year. Muhammad Zulfikar Ahmad, a research associate at Jakarta-based Institute for Development of Economics and Finance, said that these programs can result in increased opportunities for rural economic development. The last major contribution from Jokowi to the society is the healthcare. Indonesia now has the largest national single-payer healthcare insurance system in the world. Jaminan Kesehatan Nasional Program was implemented under Jokowi and now covers more than 75% of the population and is on target to hit the goal of universal coverage later this year. There is a large of opportunity to expand on JKN's growth and improve healthcare and public health provisioning in Indonesia. In a 2017 report, the World Bank said that JKN provides the momentum to move towards more coordinated policies and strategies to achieve national health system goals.
As a student, what can we learn from Jokowi? First of all, he is a man with less to no interest. He chose to become a president not because of the position, nor the advantage that he will receive. He became a president to serve the nation. In fact, he is the one that strives to put an end to political corruption.
The second lesson we can learn from Jokowi is give positive energy to our family. Jokowi himself as a father and a husband, he always use positive words, practice gratitude, see others in a flattering light, and always give compliment. We know nowadays many people have a problems. So one of the biggest impacts is stress. And people with positive energy tend to handle stress in a much better way than the negative one. Next one is always be supportive parents with our family members. Having supportive parents is very important. With supported parents, children can continue to grow and succeed in everything they do. They also will actually become more confident if they know their parents support their decision.
One of the lessons learned from Jokowi is that we can see he always find a way to contribute back to the society. As we know, Jokowi is the first elected president that came from a different background, where he struggles a lot during his childhood living in the illegal area. So with all the hardships, he developed a sense of empathy towards the society, especially the poor. So he will always find a way to contribute back to the society because he once lived in the hardships.
The last lesson that we have learned from Joko Widodo is he is a visionary. Visionary means thinking far ahead. While there are still many people who do unproductive things, Jokowi has been thinking about the future of the Indonesian nation in the next 100 years. What Jokowi has done is not only for the current generation, but for Indonesia in the future. Jokowi has arranged a strategy so that Indonesia will not be unable to compete with other countries in the world. And the second quote that has been uttered by Joko Widodo that caught our attention is, "Membacalah dan bangsa ini akan terhindar dari buta kerana ketidaktahuan," which means we must read and learn in order to avoid ignorance.
Okay, now we proceed to the quotes that provided here, which is untuk jadi maju memang banyak tantangan dan hambatan. Kecewa seminit 2 minit boleh, tetapi setelah itu harus bangkit lagi. So, it means that to be advanced, there are many challenges and obstacles. Disappointed for a minute and 2 minutes maybe, but after that it must rise again. Applying to Jokowi's situation, this shows that he has a high spirit to keep getting up despite various challenges from people around him to bring him down. So we can make as a guidance so that we can go through it without a sense of hardship.